Welcome back, it's Chris from the HAGON Factory. So this week's video, we're back onto the 650 Triumph. I've done a bit of work on it this week. We found enough bits for the rocker gear. I've made a couple of brackets up for the rear guard and a few spaces. We started on the petrol tank as well. So let's have a look.
Calling me at 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
In the last video I showed you these old triple clamps. They're old Honda XL 250, 350 clamps which I had here. I've just put those in to put this together. I will be using these fork legs and this front wheel. We're going to do that up at some stage. But I do have some other clamps and I'll show you those now. Okay, so these are the triple clamps we've got. They're off a KT 250 Kawasaki Trials bike, early 70s. Really nice quality. They were a bit slim in where the fork tubes go, so we brought those out to 35mm. The spindle's a little bit short, so we're making a new spindle up at some stage. These are very nice compared to what's in there at the moment. As you can see, they've got no threads in the bottom for the mud guards because the Trials bike ran a low mud guard, which we will on this bike as well. I did have, I still do have some Preston Petty guards, but I'm not actually happy with the shape and the style on this bike, so we'll run a low guard on it, but these will come up fantastic. I'll get Craig at Better Go Hydro Blasting and give these a once over once I've finished mucking around with them. So let's see what else we've got. So as you know, I've had the rocker boxes blasted down at Better Go Hydro Blasting. Craig's done a fabulous job of those. That's them there. There's some old ones there. Now, all those old ones I've had to pull apart to find enough decent bits to put these together. I was one shim short, so I've still got to pull one more apart to get that out. We've got the Thackeray washers there. We've got the two smaller ones, shims there. Everything looks good. I'm just going to run the tap through these today. Just to clean those up to make sure when we put the new adjusters in, they're nice and free. So we better get on with that. Okay, so if you've been watching, you'd remember I had some longer brackets like this down the side of the mudguard, like Dick Mann used to do on his bikes, decided against it. So I've curved up this piece of aluminium tubing. It's good, solid, heavy tubing. It is hollow, and I've made that bracket for the rear. It's come up really well. I'm really happy with it. I've got a bit of rubber under that for the minute. We'll put another piece under here later on around the tube. Machined up a couple of washers here.
Put my picture on the shelf and I pretend I'm someone else, and I'll meet you in that parking lot where my mind used to rock, where my mind used to rock.
Inside they're up against the mud guard, and we've got them inside under the guard there. So you can see those. So they're a pretty good diameter, they're probably 35mm. So that'll help support this guard and stop it from breaking, hopefully. So I'm pretty happy with that. So let's get on with it. Okay, with the petrol tank now, we've got the original Thunderbird mount there. And we're fitting a BSA Spitfire style tank. So I've had to move the bracket backwards. So we've got some rubber in there with the threads on each end. I've made a bracket there. On the rear, I've taken the original one off, and I'm making an alloy one to go on here with some posts to stand up, which will help support the tank at the rear, because there's no bolts at the rear, and then I have to make the centre bolt to go up and through the centre of the tank, where they have the BSA or Triumph cap in the centre, so I have to do that next. So Let's see how we go. Righto, same as every other week. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, tell your friends, tell everybody. Let's bring HAGON back.